Cierro mi cámara.
Bert, la forza dell'essere presente.
Sí, están hablando, él en italiano, le traducen al señor Hellinger. ¿Se alcanzan a leer las letras, correcto?
Sí.
Si no, para...
Sí, claro.
Bueno, entonces guardo silencio.
The strength that comes from being present. This is something that comes with the work. Can you tell us something about it? I can tell how we become weak. We become weak when we become eager, when we lose our center. And as soon as we center ourselves and get recollected, we gain strength. Now, in the work of family constellations, sometimes we are tempted to become very active. Then we lose strength. And if you wait and get centered and get in tune with the other, and slowly we become confident, and we are ready for the work. And the client also is ready for the work. And then at that moment, we allow in the constellations the movements to develop all by themselves, or mostly by themselves. And they have strength, because nobody is interfering from outside. Therefore, strength comes from within and by being in connection with one's own center. And so, for instance, what would you recommend students that are coming from a cognitive point of view, or from a cognitive background? What would you recommend them to do? What are they going to do with their knowledge? Well, the approach here is that if you rely on your knowledge, you are no longer in contact with reality as it is. So with your knowledge, you become weak. You gain new knowledge in the present. Once you allow yourself to expose yourself to what is just in front of you, and suddenly you know what to do, and you also know how to do it with strength. How can a student trust that what appears from what it's manifested in the present, or from the present, it's not something that fantasy, because it takes courage, right? How can someone which is beginning to feel that comes from the present can really trust it? When you are eager to do something, you just stop for a moment. Then you stop for another moment, and even for another moment. And suddenly you get calm, and you will be surprised how clearly suddenly you see what will be the next important step. And how did Bert think to realize the strength comes from being present to this? Because you have quite a background. Well, like every cow, I started as a calf. So I made my mistakes and I had my going astray sometimes. And then I came back slowly. That is human, you see. By trial and error, we find our way, and we must not be afraid of making errors. Very often you can see it with a helper who is not quite sure what to do. Even the client helps him to go on. They experience that too. Yes, of course. So you trust the field, not only yourself, you see, and the field gives strength to you.
Vamos a ver. Preguntas. ¿Quedó claro? ¿Quedó claro el video? De cómo el tener conocimiento nos debilita, el poder quedarnos en el presente en silencio nos fortalece sin tener prisa por hacer algo. A veces a mí se me olvida eso y tengo prisa por lograr. ¿Algún comentario, alguna observación, duda? Sí, Noemí Padilla.
Bueno, entendí también que no solamente es quedarse en silencio, sino que también es sentir, ¿verdad? Percibir. Y también no solamente es conectar con lo de afuera, es conectar con uno, ¿verdad? Porque también todo lo que pasa alrededor resuena con lo que uno vive.
Correcto, correcto. Y bueno, el video continúa, vamos a seguir viéndolo. Y quiero cerrar mi cámara. Ahora sí.
It takes a lot of courage to be present where nothing happens. It takes a lot of courage to either withdraw or to have the courage to go with the one movement that comes from within and maybe say something or maybe even suggest a movement. It takes a lot of courage. And I found that the scary thing is being no one. See, the main obstacle is that you think what do other people think, or what do other people expect, or perhaps what will they criticize. Then you are out of no longer connection with what is present. You forget all that. And in the present, if you wait, you know after some time what to do. But you have situations when nothing is on, then you have to become active. And you also sense that when you have to step in. And to step in very often by bringing in another person. You just put a person there, even if you don't notice it. And at that moment, the movement can go on. And so you step by step, you find your way until the basic movement becomes apparent. When that movement has started, that's done your work. No. And the other difficulty, perhaps, is that some kind of doubt comes in my mind or in our mind. It goes like, is this essential movement that is shown in the constellation going to be enough for a client? How are we going to trust that it's going to be everything which is needed? It doesn't take more explanation or more understanding or something like that. How are we going to trust that? You see, you stop when the energy is most tense, you see. At the height of the energy, you stop. And then the client goes with all this energy. He may even be angry, it doesn't matter, that's also energy. But if you think it's not enough, and you intervene or you give an explanation, you lose the strength. So you trust that strength. Once that strength has appeared, strength guides you and guides life. And of course, I have a rule, you see. Everything that leads to more strength is good. Everything that will cause the strength to diminish, get lower, you stop. You never go again. Just at the height, you stop. And there's the most strength. And then at that moment, you are also in the presence.
¿Captaron lo que dijo el señor Hellinger? Y la pregunta que le hace el entrevistador.
Creo que sí.
Uh-huh.
Buenas noches, Gloria. Compañeras, yo me uní recién, pero entendí que en las constelaciones no hay que dar mucha explicación, que las cosas se dan y que en el momento que haya mayor energía, mejor detener hasta ahí la cosa, porque esa energía va a permitir que siga fluyendo otras cosas. Y en cambio, si uno siente que la cosa no anda bien, mejor detiene ahí para que no se incremente esa negatividad o esa poca energía que se reciba.
Sí.
Y fue también que si uno está pensando qué están pensando los demás de acerca de uno, juzgándose, entonces ya no está uno dejando esa energía que fluya como debía, como debería, que es lo que le da la fuerza a uno.
Correcto.
Y la información.
Eso me debilita a mí, es lo que dice el señor Hellinger. Pensar en qué piensan los demás de mí. ¿Alguien más? Bueno, continuamos. Sigue la tercera parte.
So in a way, not only the present as a strength, but the present is a teacher somehow, and this is very, very new for many people. Yes, yes. A In this way, we would say that the present is the very root of creation. If I don't go too much philosophical, but whenever out of the present comes a movement, it's a new movement, and it has the elements of creation. Yes.
Here, whenever you look to the future and you want to find out what happens in the future, or you doubt the future, are you afraid of the future? You strength. If you don't think of the future at all, but only at the present moment, then you know one step through. And that one step is another presence. But you don't look for the next one. You just wait until from the presence, the next step suggests you take the one step. And you are present all the time with them. And with that, you stay with something which is transforming itself continuously, yes, in ways that we don't know. Yes. And you're just present, you don't have to push it, you see. It moves by itself in a way, and sometimes you intervene when something weakens, it's out of contact, out of connection, there's no longer a presence in there. So you bring in a new presence, a new element, and again, this new element is not just to find a solution, but is as a response to something which is set in motion, and that our intuition can allow us to envision somehow, to feel that there is one more element now. You see, if I listen to what you said, it's quite clear. They tell us along their own feet and they will do well.
Okay, so when are you going to come to Italy? When are you going to come to Italy again for a congress, or to bring some of your teachings again?
In such a way that they can no longer go on by themselves, but that will never be the case. So I trust you and all those who organize this workshop, and you help there, that you will do something great. And I'm with you as well, wishing that but I stay back and watch how you move on. Restrain. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Bien. Comentarios. Observaciones.
¿Puedo, Gloria? Me da pena.
Dígame.
Decía el Señor prácticamente que no hay pasado ni futuro. Que vivamos ahora y tenemos que solucionar algo. No pensemos en después, sino que dejemos que el momento llegue y volvemos a tener un nuevo presente. Y entonces ahí vamos a estar siempre en el ahora.
Correcto.
Además, por supuesto, es Bert Hellinger. Es muy impresionante la humildad de él al decir que él da un paso atrás para que el alumno que ya tiene la información, el alumno me refiero a los que van a seguir en este movimiento, que ya tienen la información, sigan sin él porque él no es indispensable. Y ya él cumplió la parte que tenía que cumplir. Eso es increíble, ¿verdad? Porque usualmente el ser humano es egoísta y pensamos que somos únicos y que si yo me muero se va todo el conocimiento y ya no hay pues vuelta atrás, ¿verdad? Pero él muy sabiamente permite que sigan adelante y los alumnos, vamos a decir así, superen al maestro.
Que lo hagan diferente el maestro, claro. Claro que sí. Permítame. Ahora sí. Sí, es impresionante la humildad del señor Hellinger de retirarse. De hecho, en el 2005, que fue el primer congreso de constelaciones sistémicas en Estados Unidos, en Portland, Oregon, coordinado por Jane Peterson y otras personas colaboradoras, él dijo que no quería asistir a ese congreso porque quería que surgieran por sí mismos, porque si no todos iban a querer seguir al maestro. Y en esa ocasión invitaron al señor Weber. Hablaban de discípulos del señor Hellinger, o se habla de los discípulos del señor Hellinger, que fue el que inicia Constelaciones, junto con él, con el señor Hellinger y el señor Weber, inician lo de constelaciones organizacionales. Entonces, una trayectoria muy impresionante.
Perdón, ¿quién dijo que empezó las organizacionales con Bert Hellinger?
El señor Guter Weber, Guthard Weber. Es otro alemán. De luego busco información de él también. Entonces, mientras estábamos escuchando, vi otro video, este es de 8 minutos, con la señora Sophie Hellinger, su segunda esposa. Entonces vamos a ver qué nos dicen. No lo